everyone. Today I'll be doing a review of 10 by Gretchen McNeil. And the tagline on the front is 10 teens, 3 days, 1 killer. And I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you here. It says, "Shh, don't spread the word. 3-day weekend house party, White Rock House on Henry Island. You do not want to miss it." It was supposed to be the weekend of their lives, 3 days on Henry Island at an exclusive house party. Best friends Meg and Minnie each have their own reasons for wanting to be there, which involve their school's most eligible bachelor, T.J. Fletcher, and look forward to 3 glorious days of boys bonding and fun-filled luxury. But what they expect is definitely not what they get, and what starts out as fun turns dark and twisted after the discovery of a DVD with a sinister message, "Vengeance is mine." Suddenly people are dying, and with a storm raging outside, the teens are cut off from the rest of the world. No electricity, no phones, no internet, and a ferry that isn't scheduled to return for 3 days. As the deaths become more violent and the teens turn on each other, can Meg find the killer before more people die? Or is the killer closer to her than she could ever imagine? So, yeah, the story opens up with Meg and Minnie on their way to, let me just fix my computer here. On the way, on a ferry on their way to this party. I'll have to say the first 10 or so pages, I kept getting Meg and Minnie mixed up in my head. I mean, I don't know if it was just me not focusing or the fact that their names both began with M, and it was, I had to get in my head based on the character descriptions who was who. And of course you realize, you know, the main character of the book is Meg, and it helped me kind of focus on it. Meg is kind of the quieter of the two characters. She's like a writer, planning on getting ready to go away to college. Minnie's her best friend, been friends since they were little. And Meg's always kind of watched out for her. In fact, Minnie's parents have asked her to do so because Minnie has bipolar, and she's often has problems with medication and balancing, and they just asked her to kind of make sure she's taking her medication regularly, and Meg always makes sure she stays calm and things like that. So she's been a really good friend to her. Minnie not always in return, and maybe that's because of the bipolar disease and stuff. So I had a little issue sometimes with Minnie. I just didn't like the way she treated her friend, but then I tried to take into consideration what she has, you know, it's like that she can't help it. And so I kind of waffled back and forth on how I felt about Minnie. Well, like I said, I thought Meg was a really good friend to her. There was times when situations that happened within the book that I just wanted Meg to speak up, and that was a bit frustrating for me. But yeah, like I said, those are like our main characters, Meg. So the two of them arrive on the island, and Henry Island's kind of like split between two things. There's the main island, and at the main island there's a house called Taylor House, and there's this party going on when they arrive, and lights are on, music and everything, it's quite loud, and one of the party from their group arrives to help lead them to the house that they're going to be going at, which is White Rock House, and this is at Lawrence Point, and to get from where they are to Lawrence Point, they have to cross this thing called an isthmus, which is like a land bridge. It's about 20 feet wide and only 4 feet above the water, and the water's pretty hostile. It's tossing around and everything like that. So they kind of have to like make a break for it between the waves and stuff. It's a little scary, but it kind of gives you an idea of they're a bit more isolated. But and Meg's not too thrilled with that, but she feels fairly comfortable that there's this big house party going on not too far from where they are, because she could tell the moment she lands on the island that her cell phone doesn't work. No one really knows they're there. They kind of like didn't tell their parents where they were going because there's no like adult supervision and stuff like that. So you know, she felt a little concerned about that situation, but, you know, here's a group of people not too far, so maybe everything will be okay. So they get to Lawrence Point and White Rock House and meet the other members of the party. The main host, Jessica, who was a close friend of Minnie's before she became friends with Meg. She kind of broke the friendship, but now seems to be trying to get the friendship back. She's hosting the party, but has been delayed. Either I forgot if it was because of weather or something for school. But we get to meet the other guests. Some are from Meg and Minnie's school. Some are from 2 other schools, but they're all sort of like know each other one way or another. So and so's friends with so and so, and as I read in the synopsis, TJ is there, and that was a very good friend of Meg's. From quite a while back, and she really likes TJ, but Minnie has a crush on him. So Meg's kind of always stepped back so as not to upset her best friend, but at the cost of her own feelings. So it just kind of shows you what Meg is willing to do for her friend and everything. We meet a lot of, like I said, a lot of the other characters. Some you get to know more than others because they're around longer. As the deaths start to mount, some, you know, drop off, and you know. But I formed some opinions on some of the characters. Some I liked, felt I was concerned about them, and others I'm like, not that I wanted them to die, but I didn't like their character. They weren't a likable person, kind of bossy. But anyway, like I said, as the after the first death occurs, they realize they have to contact the police. They have to notify them that something has occurred on the island, and none of the cell phones work. They have no electricity, no phones. They try to connect to the internet, nothing. So they try to make their way to the Taylor's house on the main part of the island, but storm has now really intensified, and when they get to that land bridge, they can see it's completely washed out. They can't cross it, so they are stuck and isolated until either they get power back. Yeah, it's kind of, it keeps building on the tension, and the more the deaths occur, the more the accusations and the doubts and the fears build, and it just keeps building and building until the ultimate conclusion of the book. I love the writing style of it. It really kept me engaged and interested and wanting to know the end. Nothing was really obvious. I did not suspect the person at the end. I thought it was really, really well done. And the thing with the DVD, I thought that was kind of creepy. That was on their first night. They're trying to find something to occupy their time, waiting for their hosts to arrive, and just digging through, trying to find something, and they keep opening all these DVDs, and there's no DVDs in there. Why does someone have all these empty cases, And the one DVD they find is the one with the weird message, "Vengeance is mine," and that just kind of set the tone for the whole weekend. And this literally takes place within a weekend, 3 days. I definitely recommend picking this up. It was glued. I mean, I would have finished this in a day if I didn't have to go to work. It was just so well written. This, I believe, is Gretchen McNeil's second book. Possessed was her first one, which I have not yet read, but I have it on order, and it should arrive within a couple days. And I'm definitely looking forward to reading that one. So if you're looking for something really good, it's not horror. I would just say it's suspense, thriller. It's kind of a retelling of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which I'm probably going to have to give a reread. I know they made a movie out of it, too, so I'd like to probably check that out and see if I could find that. But definitely worth picking this one up. I give this one 5 stars, and I hope you guys give it a try. Thanks for watching.